Back by popular demand, I'm doing a second fan league and I'm filming the whole thing. What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. This is the last draft of this YouTube channel I'm going to be posting. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's 12-man PPR, 3 wide receivers, and 1 flex. If you want to see more awesome fantasy football content, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. Sorry guys, I made a boo-boo. It was a stressful day and I forgot to hit record on the screen, but I did go through each team on the draft results and graded each team one by one, pretty in-depth, so hopefully that helps you out, gives you a good idea of what happened in the draft. So we're gonna skip through most of the draft and go straight to the grades. And I'm also going to be announcing the giveaways at the end of the video, so that's a huge plus. From the last video, the 3 PFF subscriptions, we're giving away 3 of those at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Let's go to the grades. So team 1 started off with David Johnson. Okay, I like Amari Cooper. I like the breakout potential. I don't like the schedule. Fournette could have a Gurley-esque type year, 2016 Gurley-esque. Kelvin Benjamin, okay. Fitzgerald is great, just doesn't excite me. And I know that's not a good reason not to pick somebody, but I do like upside in those rounds, like after tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 wide receivers are gone. I usually look for upside, and Larry Fitzgerald offers none of that. He offers all safety though, very consistent. He'll still be good in the slot, but he's getting up there in age. Doesn't really have that big play potential like he used to, and not like he used to with Kurt Warner. Mark Ingram, I don't like this running back, but at round 6, that's not that bad. Like in the Couch League, he went round 4, so I believe that should be okay value. What's his ADP? His ADP, I'd have to guess, this is a 12-team league, his ADP I'd have to guess would be round 5? Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, so at the end of round 5, this guy got him round 6. I believe that's the end of round 6. So basically round 7, I think, if I'm doing, yeah, it says right here 72. Yeah, so that's good value for Ingram, starting running back. Dak Prescott, I like this quarterback, but I think you can get him super late. So like in the Couch League, where did Dak Prescott go? Like round 11 or something crazy like that. Like I gotta look this up right now. Where did he go? Which he went late in our league, round 12 in our league. So you probably could have waited like round 9 or 10 to get Dak. I don't know, I would have risked it. I mean, with guys like Mariota and Russell Wilson that you can get that are very comparable, I would have definitely risked it. So overall, I think this team is okay. Like, absolutely nothing pops out to me on this team except David Johnson. Like, you're lucky you got David Johnson. Not a lot of whack picks. Like, these aren't whack. They don't wow. They don't pop to me. And, I mean, I was struggling in this draft in the beginning, but I was able to pull it off and pull off a decent team because I drafted a QB and tight end so early, which I never do. But it's kind of started trends too. Like people they went on a little bit of a tight end run, a little bit of a QB run. I'm gonna give this a grade C. Team 2, Mental Apocalypse. Start off with Lev Bell, Todd Gurley, DeAndre Hopkins. Okay, Greg Olson's okay. I think you can get him sometimes round 5. A little bit risky with Martavius. Danny Woodhead was the guy I was targeting. Round 6, great value in a PPR league for sure. I was talking about Mariota just now. I think that's very comparable. 22 picks later, you were able to get Marcus Mariota at not a horrible spot. I mean, compared to 73, Dak Prescott, where there was probably a lot of wide receivers and running backs here that were pretty good. But I mean, I get it. You drafted you didn't draft a tight end or quarterback before, obviously, so I guess all the guys you wanted were gone, so you probably went with Dak. I try to think like the person who's drafting was thinking. And this guy's like, I love Mariota. I think it's about time to take him. He's not, he's probably not going to be there. Other than that, don't really like these picks except for I like Matt Jones, round 17, and I like the Patriots defense for sure. They have a decent schedule. They're, well coached always. They have 2 great cornerbacks this year. Overall, I like this team. I think it's a little bit better than the Patriots team. I'm going to go ahead and give Mental Apocalypse a grade B. Team 3, Dream Destroyers. whatever that means. Antonio Brown, great first pick. Kareem Hunt, a little early, but I think all you guys know I love Kareem Hunt. Lamar Miller, safe pick. Allen Robinson, I don't like him. And Devon kind of balanced that out. And then you go Devontae Parker, absolutely love him this year. Upside of being possibly a wide receiver 15. He has all the upside this year. Watkins, very risky. Kirk Cousins, Delaney Walker was a decent pick. Pick number 94, got him at a decent value. I'm pretty sure after this there was a huge drop off on tight ends. Frank Gore, okay, blah, blah, blah. Mike Wallace. Kenny Britt was a guy I was targeting just because it was great value. You know he's a starting wide receiver. You know the Browns are going to have to throw a little bit towards the end of the game. They're going to lose a lot of games this year. Cole Beasley, I love how the team balances, right? It's like you almost got one safe pick, one high risk pick. You got Antonio Brown, safe. Kareem Hunt, little risky there. Lamar Miller, safe. Allen Robinson, safe. Devontae Parker, risky. Sammy Watkins, risky. It's almost like one for one, like right on, like this whole time. I like this. You know, it's not necessarily how I draft. The only, probably the real knock on this team, gosh, why would you draft the Jets defense, dude? Like, what the heck? It's a weird way to end it. Is that your only, okay, you got Delaney and then you went Julius Thomas. Okay. So not bad. I mean, I kind of like this team. It's a very weird way to draft, but I kind of end up liking it. I think there's a lot of upside and a lot of value picks. I'm going to give this a grade B+. Mainly because I like Antonio Brown so much. I think he's going to be gold in this type of league where you have to start 3 or 4 wide receivers and it's PPR. Team 4 decided to go with Julio Jones. Christian McCaffrey a little early, but I love him in PPR. Hilton a little risky with luck out. Devontae Adams too early. Golden Tate right on the spot. So Matt Ryan went round 6 in the middle of round 6. That's around ADP, right? When's Matt Ryan going? Matt Ryan is actually going at the end of round 5. Okay. 58 pick overall, and you got him at 69th pick overall. Not bad. I was able to get him round 7, I think. So still at the end of round 6, that's not that bad. Quarterbacks went kind of early. It was kind of like after I drafted one, there was a little wait, and then it went pretty fast, as we can see. What did Dak Prescott go before Matt Ryan? No, he went right after him. It was like 70. What was that? 73. Yeah, I mean, 4 picks, that's a big difference between Matt Ryan and Dak Prescott. I really like Matt Ryan this year. Terrell Williams, I think, is a little bit overrated. I love Jack Doyle, but this Andrew Luck thing is weird. Okay, got Andrew Luck. That's whatever. I'm not going to hate on that. You already got Matt Ryan. It's a cool stash. You know, you think you got a lot of bench spots. You're obviously using them. So I do like the balance between Doyle and Witten. Witten is extremely safe, extremely consistent. So you start Witten. Once you see Luck's looking good, then you can plug in Doyle for some upside or just keep rolling with Witten. I think Witten will be good for the beginning of the season, so I do love that pairing right there. Buffalo Bills because they play the Jets first week. Now this is just, I think this is a silly pick. Like, don't do this. Deshaun Kaiser in a league where you only start 1 quarter. Like, you don't need 3 quarterbacks on your team. You really don't need any more than 1 if you have Matt Ryan. I think this is a waste of a roster spot. And drafting Dan Bailey, this is where you could have really hit it harder. Your last picks weren't bad. Like, you still did good, but I mean, Andrew Luck, Deshaun Kaiser, Dan Bailey, I don't know, Bills defense, Denver Broncos, you got 2 defenses. I just noticed that. You got 2 defenses. You drafted a kicker early. You drafted 3 quarterbacks. This is valuable roster space where you could have got, I drafted Jamal Williams. I know he's not great, but you could have got a guy like that, maybe James Conner, I don't know, something. There is somebody available. Galladay I got. I mean, there's a lot of players out there that you could have got for sure. Team 5, it's looking okay. Not so bad. I'm not a huge Drew Brees fan, but he's still elite. And I got an open mind, right? I got to have an open mind here. Okay, like that, like Mike Evans, like Dalvin Cook. A little early for me, but hey, Terrell Pryor, great pick. Round 3, that's awesome. Great value there. This team's okay. Adrian Peterson a little early. Thomas Rawls a little early. Zach Ertz probably was a little drop off after tight ends, or after Ertz. Cooper Kupp a little early. Yeah, I like the first picks a little bit better. Oh, did I grade the last team? Oh my gosh. Let's go back to the last team. Oh, I do like some of these picks. That's all I don't like is like the waste of roster space at the end. But still ended up with a really good team, especially if we can see Luck back week 2. This is going to really, I mean, the guy has Andrew Luck, T.Y. Hilton, and Jack Doyle. So it's kind of luck dependent. It's pretty luck dependent. Because even if you don't start Luck, you have him on your team for a reason. Could use him for trade bait. Let's give this guy, Boston Royals, a grade B. Not bad. And for this team, I really don't like it. I like the Texans D. I really don't like it other than Pryor and Mike Evans. You have Dalvin Cook as your starting running back. I'm going to give this a grade C+. We have Mr. Cabbage here. Okay, so Odell Beckham, a steal at 6. Jordan Howard, okay. Demaryius Thomas, great value. Joe Mixon. It was either him or Brady, and I went Brady. Great pick. Deshaun Jackson, I don't get that pick, and I don't get Cam Newton. Not terrible, but I don't like those two. And this was, this is a dumb pick. Rex Burkhead, I don't even get that dude. Like, that is just ridiculous. That's a ridiculous pick. Burkhead is going round 10. Got him round 7. That's just kind of insane to me. And somehow see, I love the Eifert pick though. That's like so much value. It kind of makes up for the Burkhead. Adam Thielen, don't like it. Feel like there's not a lot of upside. He's a sleeper, but how many? Really, if you compose the list of sleeper wide receivers, the list could be so long. Like, it could be so long. It could be this many names. Look, all these names could be, it could be 20, 30. You could really make a list of like 30 to 40 wide receiver sleepers. For real. Adam Thielen, round 9, not good. I don't get this, man. You go Cam Newton, then Ben Roethlisberger. Why don't you just be like the other guy and draft 3 quarterbacks? I don't get that. 2 quarterbacks that high. Like, I hear people say, like, you draft 2 quarterbacks, like, it's over. That's whack. Don't wait. I'm open-minded. Like, I draft 2 quarterbacks sometimes. Sometimes I draft 1. I never draft 3 unless it's a dual QB league. It's a bit weird drafting Big Ben and Cam Newton that high. I don't get that. Kobe Fleener, I'm not a big fan of his, but hey, it's late in the draft. Whatever. This team is okay. There's just a few questionable picks. That's really all there is. And I absolutely love the Tyler Eifert pick. We want to start 3-4 wide receivers, and you do have 3 pretty good ones. That's a plus. I don't really know I don't get the Brandon LaFell pick either. This is a weird team. I always liked Marlon Mack, but now he takes a small he takes a small hit because they just signed Matt Jones, who has a ton of upside as long as he can fix that fumbleitis. You got Turbin, Gore, Mack, and now Matt Jones on a team that's not a great rushing team. So it started out really good. It got a little sour for me around the time you drafted Cam Newton and Burkhead. I have to dock you quite a bit on that. I'm going to give this a C+ for Team Mr. Cabbage. And pick number 7, Fantasy Couch. And I have to say, this was a very weird draft for me. I absolutely dread drafting at this spot. And there was really no time to trade draft picks. We had a lot of... This league was last minute. It was crazy. And these guys were all awesome. It's crazy how we got together, all 12 of us, and agreed. Basically set up a league within minutes. And everybody showed up and drafted. And it was awesome. Props to them. They may not be as happy after I give out these grades. But we'll see. I think they'll still be appreciative. Really, who cares, right? I mean, I know a lot of people want to hear my opinion. But... you can always be wrong. Like, you always got to prove someone right. That's what's so awesome about this is, like, even if you study 1,000,000 hours, you still can be wrong. On one Sunday, things can change so quick. And this is the most extreme team I drafted. I felt like Gronk and Brady at that value I couldn't pass up, and I felt like there is a drop-off after Brady. It hurt me a little bit. My wide receiver is Pierre Garçon. I got to dock myself for that. It's not ideal. He's a wide receiver 3, not a wide receiver 2. I felt like I was able to bounce back by getting Doug Martin, a running back I absolutely love and I believe will be RB1 when he returns. I bounced it out with Rob Kelly, a very safe pick, a guy I believe is going to be the starter for half the season, at least for Washington, get some touchdowns. I bounced it a little bit with John Brown, but he is all risk. I 100% believe in John Brown. I don't believe in him. I don't trust him to be healthy the whole season. So the risk is just as high as the reward, but I am very confident in the reward there. And round 8, I know you're watching right now, you think that's too early. I don't, because I saw who was on there. I love John Brown, and I also believe that the 3 wide receiver rule, you have to start 3 wide receivers, and you got to flex. It's PPR. I believe you have to give him a little bit of a boost. Then I went James White, who gets a boost because Edelman is gone. So I felt like right now I was getting the guys I wanted. It's good for this format. It had that upside that I wanted. I got the depth I wanted, so I started to kind of gain some momentum here. I got James White. I passed up on Kenny Britt, a Cleveland Brown, to get Kevin White, a guy with a ton of upside, a ton of risk. So there's a lot of risk here. I also made a risky choice by getting Austin Hooper when I already have a great tight end, with a little bit of injury risk. So a little bit, we'll say decent amount of injury risk. I love the picks, they're great, but I'm seeing a lot of risk. There's like Rob Kelly, Garcon, I guess Baldwin. Those guys are real safe, real good. Other than that, I mean, it's all risk. The ceiling of this team is definitely an A, not an A+, unfortunately, not that high, but the risk is too great. Let's finish this off though. Galladay, awesome pick. Jamal Williams, awesome pick. John Ross, hey, why not? Steelers defense, I love them. Absolutely love them. I had to take him there. Will Fuller, that is my IR spot. I'm going to draft him. He goes on IR. I get to draft right after I'm hit stop recording on this camera. I'm going to go pick up a player. I was hoping to get Matt Jones, but there's another guy. No one drafted Mike Williams. Put him on IR, put him on IR. I believe depends what his designation is. Then I got the homie, Yun-Ho Koo, starting kicker, super sleeper for the Chargers. I love this pick. I hate to do this. I'm gonna have to give myself a grade B-. The risk is so high, right? This team can totally fall flat. Would not be shocked if I don't make playoffs. I definitely believe I will make playoffs, and I definitely do like my team. I love the players I chose. I felt like I had to take the value, and there was a huge drop-off after Gronk, round 3, after Brady, round 4. I felt like I wanted to do it. I didn't pass up on too many players to do it. It was tough to recover, as you saw with my Garcon pick, but I did recover. I did well, and it was tough though. Don't draft a quarterback and tight end too early, or you're not going to get an A. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, Team 8, Mark's team. AJ Green, you know I like him. DeMarco Murray, I hate him. So much bias. Keenan Allen, great pick. I had him queued up. I really like that. Did he go right after? Yeah, he went one after Gronk. It was either Keenan Allen or Gronk. I said, hey, let's do it. Let's go get Gronk. Ty Montgomery, don't like it. See, this is what I mean. Like, Russell Wilson, I love him this year, but I got him in the Couch League. I want to just be 100% sure. I got Russell Wilson basically round 7/8 at the very pick 84 in the Couch League. See, that's why I like Russell Wilson, because people are... They're too biased, recency biased. They're too biased of what happened last year. Last year, he was hurt over half the season. He had to wake up every 2 hours to get therapy on his leg. This year, he's going to bounce back. So, I'm arguing for him, but still, like Tom Brady, round 4, I feel like, and then how many picks later? 14 picks later, Russell Wilson. Like, I just don't see it. Like, I feel like there's a lot of quarterbacks there, and it ended up being an okay pick for him because we saw the kind of a quarterback run go. You saw Matt Ryan and all those guys being taken. Matt Ryan picked 69. See, I think no, I don't like it. Okay, so in hindsight and during the time of the draft, I felt like that was a bad pick. Too early to take a quarterback like Russell Wilson, especially in a league that rewards 6 points for passing touchdowns, which makes his rushing stats a little bit less less valuable. So not as important to have a rushing quarterback that gets you those good rushing stats. Like I said, just one round after Tom Brady. I don't really like it. Then you went with a risky tight end, Jordan Reed. So right when I see Jordan Reed, I'm going to go through your lineup and look at your backup tight end. You got Cameron Brate. I don't like him. Terrence West, not a bad pick. Eric Decker, the only receiver on the tight ends that I kind of like because of that touchdown upside, that consistency. I just feel like he's a really good wide receiver. Jeremy Maclin, you got him at a decent spot. He's very injury prone though. I never want to deal with that Maclin headache on my team. Ted Ginn was a good pick. Eddie Lacy I hate, but in round 11, not so bad. I got Kevin White. You had to settle for Kendall Wright. Round 12, Shane Vereen, blah. Paul Richardson, I like this pick because like I keep saying, the wide receivers you got to start. Make someone like Paul Richardson much more valuable. Jacksonville D, I probably influenced you to pick that. And Caleb Sturgis, good kicker. So, decent team. I felt like this little bit of reach for Ty Montgomery and Russ Wilson kind of screwed things up a little bit here. I'm going to give this a grade C+. Okay, this team, I'm starting to like these first 3 picks. Melvin Gordon, Ezekiel Elliott, Aaron Rodgers. The problem is we haven't seen a wide receiver yet. Ooh, nice recovery though. Alshon and Emmanuel Sanders, not bad. Jimmy Graham, not bad. Lots of risk. You were able to recover better than me, man. It's not a bad team. Randall Cobb a little too early, though. A little too early. I don't like Moncrief. He is kind of screwing things up here. Why would you go Matthew Stafford round 12? That is valuable roster spot right there. I don't get this at all, man. Like, I don't know about this. Like, I felt like you did not end this well. Other than Robbie Anderson, like, pick 8 on, I think is horrible. Cobb, Moncrief, defense in round 10. You guys know that's a no-no. Robbie Anderson's good. Matthew Stafford, why the heck? I mean, this is just silly, man. You got Aaron Rodgers. That's a valuable roster space. Look, I drafted Hooper, Galladay, Jamal Williams right there. Look who's available right there. Eddie Lacy, if you're a fan of his, I'm not. There's running backs, there's wide receivers, there's tight ends, real ones available there. I don't get it. You don't have to draft Matthew Stafford there when you have Aaron Rodgers. Devin Funchess, I don't get it. Latavius Murray, that's actually not, like, I don't like him. That's actually not bad. That's RB depth. That's something that you need. But you had an amazing first 7 rounds. Like, no doubt about that. You crushed it. Like, it's so hard to recover when you're swinging for the fences like that. You didn't even draft a wide. I mean, you went 0 wide receiver in a league that really wants wide receivers. And I bet if I'm looking at these, you're going to see a lot of wide receivers picked early. And I think that really helped you out. So you did great first 7 rounds. You did poorly after that, except for maybe Robbie Anderson. I still do love the Seattle defense, though. Like, even though you got them way too early, they're going to be awesome this year. One of the easiest schedules. They're amazing defense. You feel really confident when you start them at home in Seattle. I'm going to go ahead and give this a grade B. Team 10, Jordy Nelson, Jay Ajayi. You know I gotta love that, right? That's the homie, Jay Ajayi. Love the upside with Ajayi. Okay, so good. Crowell, not bad. What is that? Is that that's later in the third I like. Early in the third I don't like. Tyreek Hill. Oh man, how is that? That is so freaking early, dude. Early 4th round, a top 40 pick. CJ Anderson. Jamison Crowder, that's a good pick. Kyle Rudolph, not bad. Oh, we got some kind of like auto pick going here. You get Doc for we got an F- candidate here. I don't know what this was. It was like an auto draft or something right here. Kyle Rudolph, Hunter Henry back to back. Like, do we even look up to see if they have the same bye week? Like, dude, come on, man. I mean, that would make. I think that would give you the F- if they did. You need something epic like that to get the F-. I don't think. Oh! The Vikings have a bye week 9. Hunter Henry of the Chargers has a bye week 9. Back-to-back bye week brothers. Oh my, at least he didn't draft another tight end. And he drafted Vikings D, Vinatieri. Okay, Andy Dalton. Is that your only quarterback? Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston. Oh, that's bad. I mean, I can't give him. It was just a running joke who got the F- because of the thumbnail on the last video. It's not no F-, but after pick 3, man, this went kind of south. I mean, there's still some good players on this team. I'm going to go ahead and give this team a grade C-. Team 11, me and my homies. Okay. Mike Thomas, not the one on the Rams, the one on the Saints. Dez Bryant, so risky, so high. Hyde, same thing. Travis Kelce, not bad in round 4. I don't like Jarvis Landry much. His stock is falling. I guess round 5 is not bad in a PPR though. Bilal Powell, great pick. Round 6, I mean, we're talking about a steal, right, guys? That's got to be a steal. Where's he going? At the end of round 4. And you got him early round 6, pick number 62. He's going 51. So you got him at great value. Let's call that a steal. LeGarrette Blount, he sucks. Willie Snead, he's suspended. His stock is falling. Theo Riddick, he is 0 value when Amir Abdullah is healthy. You also have Zach Zenner, who's going to get carries. Zay Jones, can't hate it. It's a little bit of risk, a little bit of what the heck type of pick. Phillip Rivers, I love him this year, except for when he plays the Broncos. So you have Eli Manning, okay, Darren Sproles, whatever. CJ Fedorowicz, I love that tight end, and that's your backup. Okay, you don't really need 2 tight ends with Kelce. That's okay. Like if you really like Fedorowicz, that's not bad. Ravens defense pretty good. Mason Crosby's okay. Marquise Lee, great pick. I seen him. I was eyeing him. Great pick for a last round pick. The depth here is pretty shallow, especially if someone like Hyde gets hurt. Like it's pretty bad depth. Some okay picks, some risky picks. I love Travis Kelce. I'm gonna give this a grade C+. Team 12, the money team. Devonta Freeman, good pick. Brandin Cooks, a little too early for me. That's basically a first rounder. And I have seen Brandin Cooks go in the first round, and I don't agree with it. A lot of people don't agree with it as well. Marshawn Lynch, now that was basically a 4th rounder, very good. Michael Crabtree's okay in round 4. He's going pick 44, you got him 37. That's not that good. Gillislee, I don't really like him. Chris Hogan, way too early. You went Derek Carr. Now I'm not starting to really, I don't know, a little bit too much Oakland here. And you got the Raiders defense I see at the end and the Giants defense. Like, that's a waste of a pick. You don't need 2 kickers. You're going to get Doc for that. And you don't need 2 defenses. You're going to get Doc for that. That's valuable roster spot. Like, we just look Marquise Lee. That's a real player. Like, what are you going to do with Brandon McMahon? Start him when the matchup's good? Like, you're not, like, what are you going to do with the Raiders D? Like, you have the Giants D for, like, you drafted the Giants D early. You don't really need the Raiders D. So you get Doc there. This team's a little bit Raider heavy. Some not good value picks like Hogan. Not too much depth. I'm going to give this a grade D+. Huss, Brian, and Josh. Those are the 3 winners for the PFF Edge subscription. Make sure you guys check out Pro Football Focus and have a promo code to save $10 off in the description, guys. They offer a 12-month subscription, so you'll be able to get football for this season and next season's draft. So check them out. You guys, you already know how legit they are, how awesome they are. And thank you so much, PFF, for giving me the opportunity to give back to my fans. They love free stuff, and I love giving out free stuff. What do you guys think of my squad? Grade B-, fair enough? Should it be higher? Should it be lower? Leave a comment below. Let me know if you haven't already. Go over here or over here, wherever. There's a couch icon right to the side. Click that. Make sure you guys subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.